Press handstand, straddle eccentric on P-bars. The eccentric straddle press handstand is a progression towards the straddle press handstand. We often use eccentrics to build strength and control in a movement. You might not yet be strong enough to do a press to handstand, but you might have the strength to work on the eccentric only phase. The eccentric press handstand allows us to explore the critical positions of the straddle press handstand. If you can hold a 30-second freestanding handstand on the P-bars, you're ready to start playing with movements like the eccentric straddle press handstand. Start by kicking up to the handstand and holding a nice straight handstand with the feet together, the toes pointed, the knees locked, and a strong posterior pelvic tilt. Pull the rib cage down, keep the shoulders elevated, and the shoulder angle open. You want to have the joints of the wrists, elbows, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles stacked in a nice vertical alignment. Once you've found balance in the straight handstand, start to open the legs into a nice wide star handstand. Keeping the quads contracted and the toes pointed, open the legs as wide as possible without flexing at the hips. The range of motion here will be determined by your adductor mobility. While keeping the shoulders elevated and the shoulder angle open, start to move the hips into an anterior pelvic tilt, APT. This will bring the legs down to be parallel to the floor. To keep the shoulder angle open, push your chest towards your thighs. It's best to stop and hold the straddle handstand for around 5 to 10 seconds before completing the final eccentric phase. You want to show control in the key positions of the press handstand. Now, depending on your hamstring mobility, how this next part is going to look. If you have tight hamstrings, like me, you're going to need to close the shoulder angle slightly by leaning the shoulders forward. Aim to keep your legs as straight as possible when you lower your feet to the floor. Compress hard and bring your feet as close to the hands as possible. As you perform this final step, you want to focus on core compression. Actively contract the hip flexors and suck the belly button in towards your spine as you try to pull the thighs towards your chest. The aim is to show control in the eccentric straddle press from the top to the bottom. At no point should gravity take over. Aim to maintain control for the entire range of motion. While learning new skills like the press handstand, it's essential to slow down the movement as much as possible. The slower you can move, the better. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel.